Why, hello there. My name is Corey C. Childs, and yes, this is my actual voice. It is not an AI. I am pacing around my kitchen at like 10 o'clock at night. I thought I was going to try to structure this talk, but then I thought I would subject you all to what I have come to lovingly refer to as a ramble. A ramble is where an individual speaks at great length about a topic and adjacent topics. It is as exploratory as it is expository. It can be very disjointed. It can be self-contradicting. It's also something that, oh, that's my cat. He's excited, I guess. Yeah, there he is. Hello, Herman. It's interesting, actually. My dreams have been plagued by all this AI shit I've been working on. Like, one of my other cats, Bartok, he likes to sleep up against my stomach. I sleep on my side. And many times I've woken up trying to or at least in the middle of trying to program him like he was an AI. There's just this weird moment of having to remind myself that that's an actual intelligence, and it's pretty fucking disturbing. Anyway, did you decide to go the artist route and listen to this one third, or the scholar's route and listen to this one first? Perhaps you went another route entirely and realized that I couldn't figure out which one I wanted to put first or third, so instead I tried to make it look like my indecision was a creative choice. And I'd say it kind of worked. It did kind of work. So you're probably wondering how I got here. No, you're probably wondering how the fuck I put together the other two parts. There's a whole bunch of AI shit, and it's probably gonna make half of you super angry, but that's okay. I'm not selling any of this. And the parts that are AI, I am labeling as such. Really, I wanted to show a buddy of mine, Chris, my work on the functional geography of the astral archive as it is so far. And honestly, most of the ways that I use AI is for entertainment and encouragement while working. Like, I'll often create narrative adventures of boring shit I have to learn, and then I'll have AI generate some music behind it, and then I will listen to my lesson as a fun little tale. And I don't think that hurts anybody, really. So what do we have here? We've got Hecate with a very charming British voice. This is via ChatGPT. I have a ChatGPT Pro account. It's about $20 a month and has a bunch of fun little things. But one of the things it just came out with was an advanced voice chat feature. And let me tell you, as somebody with all wonderful colors and shades of neurodivergence, having some robot that's basically forced to listen to me and help me organize my thoughts in a fluid way, it's pretty handy. And this advanced voice feature, this advanced voice mode, or whatever it is, claims to be able to measure the gait of somebody's speech or pick up on nonverbal cues. It's pretty neat. So I told it to summon Hecate. I have a narrative format that I really enjoy where the AI responds as though it were dialogue, placed in quotation marks, and around it is the flowery environment and event description that I call narrative fluff, but it's essentially like prose, like in a fantasy novel. It's definitely a more enjoyable way to engage this stuff. But yeah, I called Hecate down and asked if I could explain to her the layout of the astral archive and have her sum it up in some kind of cryptic and fun letter to my buddy Chris. The way that I did this, I tried to do a screen recording with my iPhone here. I do have the iPhone 15 something or other. I tried to do a screen recording of the chat, but it would not pick up what she said. Luckily, I was able to go back through the conversation and do a screen recording and just have it in the actual chat window replay, quote unquote, the things that she said. So you don't get to hear all the shit that I told her, but she's basically taking what I've said and organizing it into something nice. There's not really any idea generation going on there. She's just being very flowery and accommodating. The other bit, the podcast bit, this is also a recent development that's pretty exciting because I used to go to really honestly absurd lengths to simulate something similar that's not even as good. What took 2 hours before now takes about 5 or 6 minutes. That's pretty much how most of this AI shit's working. Every time I turn around, there's something new. You know, I was trying for so long to establish some sort of earthy foundation, but no, my friends, we must stay upon our pirate ship and sail these high seas of open source ethical piracy. Now, this new thing, it's called Notebook LM. I believe it's courtesy of Google. It's free right now, which is pretty sweet. You have an unlimited number of notebooks you can create. Each notebook you can add up to 50 text documents to, and then you can ask the AI questions regarding your documents. If you're wondering what that noise in the background is, that is Herman. He is a 14-pound Russian blue cat. He's 12 years old, and I guess the way that he likes to get comfy is biting the edge of this kind of ornate pillow he has and then air humping the shit out of it. You know, it seems to make him happy. And who am I to question what doesn't seem to be hurting anybody? Okay, back to business here. So Notebook LM, it's neat. Give it 50 documents. You can talk to an AI specifically about what's in the documents, but even neater, there's just a little button that says generate audio deep dive or something of the sort. You press this button, and then honestly, it seems to only be picking like a bit of one document to generate its audio deep dive of, but that's enough for me. It makes something that seems to be 7 to 16 minutes in length. How it decides that doesn't seem to be in our control, but it is a male and a female discussing the document as though it were a podcast. And it's fucking awesome. So that's them talking about my document with Hecate. They do have a document that includes what I was saying to Hecate, but that document also, 1 or 2 of the transcriptions, there were errors. So even if you had that document, you wouldn't be able to see everything. So there's a bunch of fucking music too. The music is cool. I'm excited to see if these tracks are syncing up behind the weird shit I'm saying. Sorry about that bump, that was me knocking into a chair. I am pacing sort of a figure 8 between my kitchen and my dining room. See, isn't it nice to have a sense of like visual adventure, to have an idea of what's going on, to feel like you're here with me, or I'm here with you, or we're just there together? It's a nice thing, even if simulated. So there's a bunch of music. The music is definitely interesting. I use Udio, U-D-I-O. It's a music AI generation thing. It's pretty fancy. The way that I generated this music was... No, I don't know if I used the Google Gemini AI custom gem I recently made for converting conversations into music prompts, ancient Greek dactylic hexameter lyrics, and a little translation of the lyrics. But yeah, no, I didn't, because I just grabbed the Orphic hymns. Now, the Orphic hymns are something I love deeply. I have done my own translation of the Orphic hymn to Aether, as well as the Orphic hymn to Hecate. The first 6 are very special to me. The first 9 are very special to me. And the first 12 are very special to me. But you're getting the first 9 here. What I did was I gave some AI. I have an account with Google Gemini. Actually, I have an account with Google One, which gives me the Gemini AI for free, but also a terabyte or so of Google Drive space. And that Gemini AI, but that's also my sun's sign, Gemini, if you haven't guessed. The Gemini AI can interact with the Google Drive and Google Docs, Google Sheets, all sorts of shit. You know, they're really handy if you've got a lot of text and you need to fix something that normally took a lot of effort. Yeah, honestly, their creative abilities, like AI is just, you can tell when something's written by AI. It's charming and it's interesting, but the only way to get my AI to write well is I trained it on myself. I gave it my books and had it read them a bunch and analyze my writing style and my humor style, my interests. So the only reason that shit sounds good is because I told it to sound like me. So the music I gave something, probably Gemini, each Orphic hymn, and asked for a music prompt. I also asked for it to search for tips and tricks on creating music prompts with Udio, and it did. So, you know, I told it to train itself real quick, and it did. And then I gave it these Orphic hymns as material to create a prompt that I could put into Udio, and I used the Orphic hymns as lyrics. So for the Hecate bit, where you just hear her side of the conversation, that's the first 3 Orphic hymns. That's the hymn to Hecate, the hymn to Protheria, and the hymn to Nyx, which is definitely a very special triad. If you guys aren't counting these things and grouping them, then you are really you are missing out on the nature of set-based puzzle creation, I guess. I'll say no more, though. In the next of the, I guess behind the podcast thing, that's the next 3 of the Orphic hymns. That's the hymn to Uranos, the hymn to Aether, and the hymn to Protagonos. These are another important triad. And then behind this one of mine, I am putting the hymn to the stars, the hymn to the moon, and the hymn to the sun. I might have got that order wrong. Honestly, I'm kind of tired and I've been smoking a bunch of weed. I'm not gonna lie. Those first 6 are very, very, very special. Great secrets arise from viewing them as the multifaceted parts of a whole. I'm a hexad sort of guy, I suppose. Oh man, this was over 15 minutes. I was trying to make a balance here. So to wrap it up, I used, for some of the images, I used ChatGPT with DALL-E 3, I believe. And I had the Gemini AI create the image prompts. I gave those image prompts to my partner, Aster, and they used Midjourney to create the images for the Hecate video. I put a comic filter over both of them because I thought it looked cool, sorry. And I'm probably gonna just walk around and videotape the outside for this one, maybe. It'll be a balance of some realism. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call this the Approaching the Astral Archive Prattle Prototype Pilot. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Enjoy.